$610,000? Does sister wives Kody Brown resent his Coyote pass payout to Janelle and Meri? Did they pressure him into redividing the land before it was sold? Sister wives star Kody Brown recently sold the Brown family's Coyote Pass land for a whopping $1.5 million, and before he did that, he decided to give his ex-wives Janelle and Meri Brown bigger shares of the Arizona land, which meant that each received $305,000. In other words, he basically gave away $610,000. When he made that sacrifice, Kody seemed like the perfect gentleman. The thing is, Kody might have felt intense pressure to relinquish his 97% ownership of the land. As a PR move, his conduct was superlative. He seemed to honor and respect the wives who left him, with whom he shares children. However, it's possible that he grudgingly gave them bigger portions. Kody used to insult the long-suffering women who watched him fall deeply in love with another woman. He derisively described them as entitled princesses. That rude remark is just the tip of the iceberg, and Janelle, Meri, and Christine Brown are good women. They waited decades before bailing out. They were really trying to make things work. In return, they were accused of parental alienation after their splits. So, how does a man who does that turn into a Disney prince, bestowing favors on hard-up Cinderella Janelle and the always overlooked Meri? Possibly, he didn't change at all. Kody seemed to resent the women who'd gone through so much of his life journey with him, and then left him only because he loved someone else. On the surface of things, this doesn't make a lot of sense. Kody pushed them away and then seemed to complain about them. How is that logical? However, he has his own take on things, and his belief is that these women punished him for falling in love with Robin. There may be a grain of truth to this. They were jealous. They saw that it was different for Kody and Robin. They knew it would never be the same. Back in the old days, the plural marriage seemed less dysfunctional. It was often centered around the children, which made it seem sweet, homespun, and emotionally satisfying. The kids got love from an array of moms, and the family's patriarch loved them too. They did fun activities as a group, and lived together. However, the days of sledding and pumpkin carving weren't fated to last. The bad blood bubbling up from underneath began to poison the dynamic, hurting Kody, the women, and the children. Human nature always rears its head. It can't be kept down. While women in polygamy are conditioned to accept a state of silent suffering when they feel very human emotions like jealousy and anger, after decades, it was impossible for the women to really repress all of those feelings. As per Mormonism Research Ministry, sacred loneliness is about women enduring solitude while in plural marriage. Even now that Robin is in a monogamous relationship, she and Kody are fighting, as seen in the clip above. It's hard enough to make it work with one person, much less 4 people. Kody gets all the blame, but imagine how hard it would be. Whatever goes wrong is going to be considered his fault. That creates so much pressure. He's the family's leader, and falling in love with Robin wasn't his fault. The family has been through the ringer, including Kody. He gets the villain edit every single time. People don't really give him a fair hearing, but he has feelings too. Christine felt unloved, longing for passion her husband couldn't provide. Christine found it with David Woolley, who's now her husband. Janelle had the same desires, wanting a real husband, at least some of the time. Meri, cast out after an unfortunate catfishing scandal, was lowest on the totem pole, unable to get Kody's friendship, much less his ardor. It was a mess, a truly emotionally damaging situation that left 3 wives feeling like satellites orbiting around Kody and Robin, who were on their own planet. In their world, there was a core family: Robin, Kody, and their children. Everything else seemed to come second. During the pandemic, the pressures on the family reached critical mass. It was just impossible for the Browns to live as they had before, with Kody visiting his non-Robin wives. He was too afraid of contracting the COVID-19 virus. So, the chasm between the core family and the others grew. The Brown parents are changing. They're in a different stage of life. It's easy to be glib about reality stars, but after decades, the love, time and energy that Janelle, Meri and Christine poured into the family was significant, and that meant significant pain when things ended. They had swallowed their pride a million times, trying to make a man who was in love with someone else pay attention to them. That is degrading. However, all believed in plural marriage, and had to re-examine their beliefs in order to free their minds. Above, Janelle focuses on what's working, rather than Kody, definitely moving in the right direction. As people get older, they change, and that's a factor here too. The fighting gets tiresome, everyone wants peace and happiness. They say that in midlife, a new attitude about ego emerges, and a person is just different. They see the big picture, and want to use the time they have left to get along with others, and really enjoy their lives. There's less focus on things that used to be important, but no longer are. In a sense, the midlife crisis and its aftermath also destroyed the Brown family. In midlife crisis, the person lashes out, longing for youth that is gone. They may regress a bit. When that ends, there's a period when a person starts looking at their life with a pitiless lens, under very harsh light. They think about what they want for the future. Do they really need to hold on to the same values? On the April 20th mid-season premiere of TLC's Sister Wives, Christine embarked upon a cross-country road trip with husband David Woolley to help Janelle Brown move to North Carolina, where the 55-year-old will now reside alongside daughter Madison "Maddie" Brush. During their drive, Christine, 53, spoke with David about the underlying expectations Kody, 56, once had for herself and fellow sister wives Janelle, Meri Brown and Robin Brown. He liked makeup. It was like, you had to always look nice, Christine said. We'd go camping and Janelle and I would be sitting there busting our butts getting breakfast made, cleaning up the mess, and honestly, Robin would be doing her makeup forever and doing our kids' hair and doing her hair and making sure everybody looked good. And then, Kody would sit there and praise how they looked when we'd been sweating and slaving over the freaking food and cleaning up the campsite. I think it's probably the reason why I hated camping so bad, she explained. Christine, who was the first to leave Kody in 2021 before Janelle and Meri followed suit, noted to David that instances like this happened so many times in my marriage. To that, David expressed that this behavior from Kody was really shallow. Looking back on that time as well, Janelle told the cameras that Christine was very upset about the whole situation where Robin was off doing her makeup, whatever. The People app is now available in the Apple App Store. Download it now for the most binge-worthy celeb content, exclusive video clips, astrology updates, and more. However, Janelle had a different outlook on it all, saying, I was just like, yes, it's irritating, but I'm going to still have fun here. Robin, meanwhile, also saw that particular camping situation differently. The one time we went camping, I was 6 months pregnant and I got sick a lot, she recalled in a confessional. I spent the night barfing my guts up outside my tent on my hands and knees, she continued. And then, Janelle and Christine were making breakfast and I was just trying to hurry and get ready for the day. But Meri saw the situation similarly to Christine and vouched for how Kody cared deeply about his wife's appearance. Kody's always wanted people around him to look good, Meri, 54, said. I remember when he and I were first dating, he would take me out and buy outfits because he wanted me to look good. That said, I didn't ever really feel like that. From there, Christine told the cameras how Kody put pressure on me to look good, or to make sure my hair was done, or to make sure my makeup was on, adding, no wonder I was constantly wondering and constantly insecure because, as much as I was comparing, he was also comparing all the time. Christine also argued that Robin was up on this pedestal and the rest of us were just lacking, noting that she, personally, felt like she was lacking in the relationship. As for Kody's perspective on it all, it didn't ever feel like I was not in the doghouse with somebody, he shared with the cameras. Robin now remains Kody's sole wife after Christine, Janelle, and Meri left him within a span of 14 months. The current season of Sister Wives is showing how the Brown family continues to navigate life after the demise of their once happy polygamous brood. Janelle and Kody entered a plural marriage, but their plans didn't go as she had hoped. Despite giving her all to make the polygamous relationship work, Janelle struggled to sustain a strong connection with her husband after Robin Brown became his fourth wife. After Christine Brown ended her spiritual marriage to Kody in November 2021, Janelle also re-evaluated her relationship with him. Janelle ultimately parted ways with Kody in 2022, shortly after Christine left. She started prioritizing herself and lost a significant amount of weight within a few years. In addition to her fitness journey, Janelle advanced her career by becoming a social media influencer and promoting a gut health supplement. She also launched multiple businesses to support herself financially. Janelle maintained contact with Kody as he still owed her an equal share of the Coyote Pass property. The mother of 5 even sought legal assistance to expedite the process. Janelle and Meri brought up the running Robin model joke. Kody's comments about Robin being a diesel jeans model upset his other wives. Recently, Kody's now ex, Janelle, made some bold comments about the same topic. She revealed that Kody was excited to marry Robin in 2010 because he believed he was marrying a diesel jeans model. Janelle added, "Kody has said, well, all of a sudden I met Robin and she's this diesel jeans model and she's everything I want." Janelle went on to say, "I'm thinking, that's rich, dude," mocking Kody for making a big deal about because he believed he was marrying a diesel jeans model. Janelle added, "Kody has said, well, all of a sudden I met Robin and she's this diesel jeans model and she's everything I want." Janelle went on to say, "I'm thinking, that's rich, dude," mocking Kody for making a big deal about Robin at the time. In addition to the sarcastic comment, Janelle shared more details, particularly about her feelings. She expressed, "We went through all the starving years, when I was holding my bra together with diaper pins, and we were broke as broke," revealing that she faced significant financial challenges with Kody. Janelle felt that he ultimately found his happy ending with Robin. Another ex-wife of Kody, Meri, also shared her perspective on the same situation. She has been vocal about how Kody mistreated her when he married his 4th wife, Robin, who was apparently a diesel jeans model. Was Robin actually a model? Kody has repeatedly referred to Robin as a diesel jeans model, leading some to believe he may have insider knowledge about her career as a model. However, it is unclear if Robin actually had a career in modeling. Kody may be referring to her as a model simply because of her tall and slender physical appearance. A Redditor shared their opinion, stating, "At Newzookeeper Game 4160, I understood it was that Kody just thought Robin was so hot she could have been a jeans model." Robin and Kody have a 10-year age gap, making it reasonable to assume he found her youthful and attractive. However, no substantial evidence or photos suggest that Robin has pursued modeling professionally. It seems unlikely the Sister Wives cast member was ever a professional model.